Hey guys, welcome back to Sports for All podcast. I'm your host Eden, and today is so exciting and so crazy at the same time. Today is the 1 year anniversary special episode. I can't believe that my podcast has been on the air for a whole year now, and what a year it has been. I have just grown so much as a podcaster, but I am so excited for what's to come next for Sports for All. This is only the beginning. I'm not going anywhere. You'll have to listen to my Northern Ireland accent for a long while yet, but all jokes aside, I am so grateful for Lily, for the Be the Change team, for all my listeners from all over the world, which definitely I was not expecting to get such a wide reach of people, guests and listeners. To my friends, my family, everybody who listens, everybody who enjoys, everybody who tunes in once a week. I just am so grateful for all of you and for just really helping me to grow as a podcaster and as a creator and as a person. And it's just been such an amazing experience. I know I often talk about taekwondo and how much of sport has played such a huge part of my life, and having this podcast has really helped me to reconnect with that part of myself. And it's been so amazing for me to meet so many different people and to hear about their journeys, to hear about what barriers they've faced and overcame, and how sport has really impacted their lives and changed their lives. It's really nice to be able to talk about sport and have that passion and have that energy come back into my life. As part of this special episode, I reached out to past guests and asked them to send me in little messages, just sharing what they've been up to since being on the podcast. And I am really glad that I was able to hear back from some amazing people that I've had, amazing guests. I'm gonna play you some clips now, and I hope you enjoy listening to everybody's experiences and yeah, just reconnecting with some of my old guests.
Hello, my name is Oliver Davis and I'm a young carer from Eastbourne in Sussex. I love hiking and rowing. I really enjoyed speaking with Eden on the podcast. She made me feel really comfortable and at ease. Since the podcast, I've done 2 hiking competitions, one in the day and one in the dark, and I continue to row weekly. And I've also tried river rowing recently as well. My advice for anyone who wants to try sport is that just do it, because you can do it with friends, you can do it alone, but there will always be a community of people doing that sport and there to support you. And I also want to say congratulations to Eden on 1 year of your podcast.
Hi, I'm Abigail. I'm based in London and I'm a tennis player. My experience on the podcast has been amazing. I've never done a podcast before, so it was really lovely. Since the podcast, I've been playing tennis in the cold at as low as 3 degrees, which is colder than in your fridge. And my advice for getting into sports is to just try it out.
Hi Eden, it's Sarah Browning here from the Time for Kindness Wellbeing programme. So my sport connection is primarily that I am a football mum, spending lots of time watching my daughter, who's now in her late teens. She's been playing football since she was a little girl, and I've spent a lot of time over the years watching her, and she's now playing for an adult team for the first time, and I'm very proud of her. My other sport connection actually is that I myself am very keen on aerobics, or have become very keen as I've got older, and I go every week to a class that I love. I really enjoyed having a conversation with you on your podcast. I think sport is definitely a force for good in the world. I think it's exciting to watch, it's fun to take part in, and it's fun to talk about. So I really enjoyed chatting to you on your podcast. Since we spoke, All sorts of things have been going on, really, and I've continued to watch my daughter playing football. I have been watching all sorts. Particularly, I like watching the Lionesses and Chelsea Women. So we've been to lots of those games. So yeah, been a good time sports wise. Finally, you asked me to share a piece of advice for somebody who wants to start sport but who doesn't have the confidence. And I completely get that. I've never would have described myself as sporty. And I get where someone's coming from if they're not sure about starting. But I think the thing to remember is that there are lots of different sports. There are lots of things that count as sport. So don't feel that you have to do the thing that everyone else does. Find what works for you and maybe try out a few different things first to see what works for you. Anyway, I hope that's useful advice. Keep up the good work with the podcast. Like I said, sport is such an important subject, and I think it's fantastic that you've got a podcast that's all about talking about sport and encouraging people to get involved. Bye for now.
Hi, my name is Beth, and I am a trail runner from Birmingham. So I got into sport when I was younger. I was about 12 years old, and I just like struggling with mental health, and sport has definitely helped so much, especially when you feel like you're in a world that's maybe not designed for you. Sport has been a way to kind of like cope and also just have a bit of fun because there's no judgment in sport. Like, yeah, there's always self-comparison, but like especially with trail running, like I'm never going to be elite. I'm just doing it because I genuinely love it, love exploring, love being outside, and it's just so much fun. So since being on the podcast, I've done a few races, been on a few adventures. I was super lucky this summer that I got to do Tour de Mont Blanc, which was a multi-stager. It wasn't a race, I was just doing it for enjoyment purposes, and we actually ran through 3 countries, which was super cool. And just being really enjoying running up the mountains basically. And any advice for a young person would be that I never saw myself doing this. Like, if you told me a few years ago I'd be running up mountains, I would be like, you are crazy. But I've actually found that I love it, and like it's literally changed my life. So I just think like give everything a go. You never know where you're going to end up. And I don't think anyone's ever going to regret trying something, but they might regret not trying something. So my advice is always just give it a go. You're not always going to be good at everything, and that's okay. And having fun is the most important thing. And you're not always going to get it right first time. You're not always going to enjoy it first time. But having the confidence to and be brave to give it a go will get you a lot further in life than being scared of what other people think. So, yeah, best of luck. I hope you guys are really enjoying the sport. And it's just amazing that people are getting out there, and that should be celebrated.
Hi Eden, Chris Fletcher here from Shoreham by Sea on a stormy West Sussex coast. Congratulations on this anniversary of your Sports for All podcast. Amazing work that you've been doing with your guests, and thank you so much for asking me to speak with you when I was visiting friends in Cape Town, South Africa last May. During the summer I was involved with West Wittering Cricket Club, and I've also been working on my personal training activities, including branding myself as purposely strong, which is a new system I've created for people a bit like me who've had decades of sport and picked up injuries and lost a bit of their mojo. And by working on your body weight and balance and vestibular system, you can sort of regain some flexibility and mobility and get back that mojo to be involved in sport, which is so good for our minds and body and soul. And if we're going to encourage people, young people, to get involved in it, it is for that reason. It's so good for your mind, body and soul. And sometimes it's just a question of getting involved and taking that first step, catching that first wave, whatever it might be, and being curious. And once you're learned a little bit, be even more curious and just keep on going step by step, asking questions, being curious and getting involved. And it's amazing when you get involved how you become part of something and you get energy from that, and it allows you to sort of enjoy your life to the full. So please get involved in sport if you possibly can. Eden, all the very best, and I hope your podcast goes from strength to strength. Bye-bye for now.
My guests were also given the option to write in a written response. So Zizi, all the way from South Africa, wrote this. Hi, I'm Susie. I'm from South Africa, Johannesburg. I play netball and I also do athletics. The podcast was really amazing for the fact that two different people from different countries with different accents were able to interact with each other so smoothly. I must say I was really impressed. The podcast was very amazing. Lately I've been on and off with sports in my life due to my busy schedule, but when I get the time I actually do some ball work and hand work for netball. And her piece of advice is, if sports is something you really want to pursue, go for it, because no one is going to pursue it on your behalf. And remember, if you want to try out a new sport, then go for it. Take your time with teaching and practicing it, and then you'll get the hang of it. Thank you so much, Susie, for sending in your message.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone around the world. Thank you so much for being here, tuning in. It's just an honor to be here to do this again. Thank you for subscribing to Sports for All, which will be turning one. My name is Tole Joel Ochola. I'm a Ugandan and a sportsman, and I'm passionate about sports and what sports can do and impact the lives of people. I'm Ugandan, from Uganda, born and bred. My passion, like any other child out there, most of the kids out there, is football. My experience from this podcast is it's just been an amazing podcast where I shared my journey so far, my achievements and what I aim to achieve. It also helped me redirect and set new goals and purposes I wanted to achieve. So it's been really amazing. I've been doing a lot of things here and there. Our season just started, so yeah, I'm incredibly excited about it. I just want to achieve as much as possible as an individual sportsman and as a team in the collective. A piece of advice I can give to someone who is just starting up: just don't be afraid, be courageous, and work hard, and know that by hard work and determination, there is no mountain you cannot climb.
Hello. My name's Seb. I'm from London, half English, half Spanish. I play ping pong and I row. My experience of the podcast, I really liked it. I really liked chatting about the mental health benefits of playing sports, specifically the part where you play it with other people, where you have your little community built around the same hobby. And actually talking about it encouraged me to try out other sports as well, which was really nice. And I think especially now with a mental health crisis, or at least an upwards trend in people suffering from mental health issues, I think sports is something that people really consider as a way of helping them. So I think raising awareness about the benefits, not just to your fitness of taking up a sport, but as well to your mental well-being about engaging with other people around something that you all enjoy, is a really great thing. What I've been up to since the podcast, sport-wise, life-wise, I can't remember when I did the episode, but I took a break for a year from rowing. I've recently gone back into it. I've also tried playing paddle. Paddle's been really fun, actually. It's also very, very social sport. I think people go there, one, because it's a fun sport, but also usually there's a place to hang out before, after, or even during the games, which has been quite fun. And life-wise, not really sure what to say to that. I've been cooking more. I've been cooking new recipes, cooking more vegetarian dishes now as well. I'm not vegetarian, but there's some vegetarian dishes which are really good. I make a good sweet potato soup, and I'll be making a palak paneer, I think it is, this week. A piece of advice for somebody wanting to start sport, but who doesn't have the confidence. I guess if you don't start, you never will have the confidence. When I've tried rowing for the first time, when I tried paddle for the first time, when I tried ping pong for the first time, the truth is that I wasn't good. And I don't know anybody that was good the first time they did something. But I also don't know anybody that has like put someone down for not being good or tried to discourage someone from trying out a sport for not being good. People are very keen to help new people into the sport. It's how the sport grows. It's how clubs or teams or whatever it is you're doing bring new people into their sport. And yeah, I've never seen someone be snobby about new people joining something or trying something out. And yeah, so I just encourage it. And also, you only live once, and nobody cares about how bad you think you might be, right? Like, yeah, no, just do it, just try it out. So that's that from me. Thank you.
Hiya, it's Lila Haven here from Newry, Northern Ireland. My sport is soccer/football, and I was in the Sports for All podcast in February, and it was an amazing experience to hear yourself on a podcast on Spotify. One piece of advice would be just to go for it and see what happens. Thank you, and don't forget to listen into the Sports for All podcast. Bye.
Wow, that was some amazing stories. I'm so proud of my guests and how much they've done since coming on the show. It's just so nice to hear from everybody and reconnect. Thank you all again for sending me those clips. It's made this anniversary special so special. That was a mouthful to say. I'm going to close it there. Thank you all so much for listening. I hope you all enjoyed it, and thank you once again for everything, all your support. I am so grateful, so appreciative. I'm so excited for the next season of Sports for All, which is the special Taekwondo season, where I'm going to be sharing my experiences and telling you a little bit more about Taekwondo and what that has meant for me and what that means to me. So that'll be coming from next Friday. So I'm really excited to get started with that. And of course, then after that, we will have some more amazing guests for the rest of the year. So more to come. Stay tuned, everybody. And until then, take care and have a great weekend. Bye. Thank you so much for listening to my podcast. If you want to connect with me further, you can find me on LinkedIn at Eden Byrne, and be sure to check out all the other amazing podcasts on Be the Change Media Network.